Can you hear me? Hi, people. Hmm. Isn't she pretty? I just want to make sure. Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Can you hear me? I don't have my Bluetooth in, so I just want to make sure my audio is fine. Sometimes it takes a little bit just for chat to start scrolling up. Unless your lurk is beautiful. Alice, can you hear me okay? Okay. Let's get this. Okay. Can you hear me? Oh no. Yes, perfect. Okay, thank you. Make sure my volume's up. Thank you. I got a little nervous there. I'm like, oh my God, they can't hear me. Hi, kindness. Hi, everybody. I'm going to wait another minute. I want to read from my book, One Day at a Time, in Al-Anon. Okay? This is a daily read. So, like July 5th, July 6th, July 7th, so every day from January 1 to December 31st, and you start over. And I always read these. I used to read them at the end of the day, but I read them at the beginning of the day now, before I even get up out of bed. Sandy, hello. Nice to see you. Cornelia, how are you? Debbie, Denise, Rosie. Your booty is your booty hole. Oh, you'll have to come around for sexy trivia night. Welcome, everybody. Our bodies are beautiful. Every single inch, every single centimeter of our bodies are beautiful. Don't ever forget that. Okay. That sun's going down quick. What time is it? It said 7:20 when I looked it up. Come on. Oh, supposedly it probably means set, like when it gets pitch black. I don't know. Anyway, good to see you all. Okay, so I'm going to read 2 to August 31st and September 1st. Okay? Because they're pretty poignant. And August 31st was International Opioid Awareness Day. And September 1st starts Recovery Month, okay? So I'm probably going to do a few live streams during September focusing on recovery. Of course, anyone can come to it, whether you're in recovery, whether you're still struggling with substance use disorder, mental health issues. Yeah, Angela, hello. We got stuff cooking. I'm starving. I'm so hungry. I stopped in the market earlier and I heard this little boy going, I'm so hungry. I'm like, me too. Yeah, especially Rosie, if you're on your cell phone, you have to do it by hand, the @ symbol and the person's name. Some people got really long names, and on the laptop, you just click it. You just start typing in the first letter of their name and it comes right up. Stop and Black Eagle, what's up? All right, so let's read from One Day at a Time in Al-Anon. It's pretty much the same as AA. August 31st. Quote, it's a nice day, end quote. People say when the weather's fine. Hold on, I gotta get it. Okay, let's start that again. August 31st, quote, it's a nice day, end quote. People say when the weather's fine. One of the things we learn in Al-Anon is that the kind of a day it is does not depend on the weather, but on our attitudes and reactions to what's happening. We can make every day a nice day. Al-Anon's helpful little leaflet, quote, just for today, end quote, says it this way, quote, just for today, I will be agreeable. I will look as well as I can, keep my voice low, be courteous. I won't find fault, end quote. This is bound to brighten the day for me and everyone I meet. And so today's reminder, I will make up my mind to be cheerful every waking moment of this day. I will not expect too much. This will shield me from being annoyed at little things that don't just go away. That don't go just the way I wanted them to. I will try to accomplish something specific, perhaps some chore I have long been putting off. I will wear a pleasant smile for everyone I meet today. Quote, what a comfortable feeling it gives me to realize that all I have to deal with is just this one day. It makes everything so much easier, end quote. Well, for me, it's a work in progress. I've gotten a lot better as far as, where is it? I won't find fault. It's human nature, right? I mean, especially when we're hurting, we want to blame someone else. So that's hard. I've learned to choose my battles wisely, and if you knew me a few years ago, I would be participating in arguments. Hey, Jason, you know what? It's cool, and I wish I had a sweater. It's been a beautiful day, but right now it's probably in the 70s, 60, I don't know. But I'm on top of Chill Hill, so it's a little chilly up here. So from a few years ago to today, I have truly, truly become better in that way where I don't let everything affect me. Some things still do. I'm mindful of that, and because I'm hurt. So I always feel, well, if it's something important I have to say, I'm going to say it. But I have a hard time, like, just always having to make it, like, all day, every day has to be a nice day. Shit happens. Hey, Evie Scorpio. Hey, Ugg. So, it's a great book. There's also One Day at a Time in AA. So you can get AA or Al-Anon in the daily read book. And I've recommended it to a lot of people who've purchased it. And you can purchase it online, but make sure it's the daily read, not the 12-step program book. Although, get the 12-step as well. Okay, September 1st, which is National Recovery Month. When our problems enclose us and saturate our thoughts, we find ourselves in an isolation that gives us an acute sense of loneliness. We may confide in friends, but underneath we feel nobody understands what we are going through. Dwelling on our troubles only shuts out a world that is waiting to be enjoyed. Nothing has real power to deprive us of the delights to be found in many daily experiences. And I'm going to add in people as well, okay? Nothing has real power, including people. Even a routine household task, well done. For those of us who are fortunate enough to have young lives in our care, we can forget our troubles in devoting loving attention to them and their development. Observing our children is like reading a fascinating and often amusing book. Today's reminder, I may have big troubles, but I can, if I will, make them less painful by turning my thoughts to happier things. I will not isolate myself in my problems. I will observe and enjoy what is good and pleasant in the world around me. Quote, let me not deprive myself of the many little joys that are mine for the taking, end quote. So, Kathy, hello. Welcome everyone. Rachel. Floor. My floor. So what do you think? It's a good book. Kind of, I don't have young children to enjoy their development and their amusement. Not always. Let's be real here. Okay? Not an easy job raising kids. But you get what they mean. So my children are grown. So I put effort into finding joy from the minute I wake up. The sun rising, how fortunate we are. Knowing that every 24 hours, when we wake up in the morning, 1 million people have passed away. And how lucky we are if out of those 1 million people, one is not one of our friends, our loved ones, our family members. So just that in the morning, I'm grateful for. And I try to limit myself from social media, especially with the good weather, and I've done really well. Do a lot of hiking, exercise, self-reflection, going to parks alone. Creepy, right? You go to a park alone, Pink? Beautiful parks. And listening to kids in the background brings me joy. There's a lot out there to bring you joy. Paisley Pumps, hello. Thanks, Flora. And again, I thank Sadhguru for that. I followed him for years, could be even a decade now, I don't know, but a long time. And he talks about that, you know, that 1 million people die in the world a day. So we have to find the gratitude in each day from the minute we wake up. Just think, you know, what am I grateful for today? Even though your day hasn't started, there's a lot you can be grateful for. And it takes inner engineering. It takes a lot of thinking. As I told you before, I used to have a book about this size, called Happiness. And it was a calendar, and it only gave you 3 lines for each day. And you had to write what you're happy for today. And when I first opened it, I was like, well, this is dumb. Like, I don't know. Like, and I was stumped. I was literally stumped. I'm like, is this a trick question? Like, and then I just put down, like, I'm happy and grateful that I had breakfast, or, you know, that I have a good hair day going. And it really makes you think. It really gives you inner engineering. And then it got easier and easier. And then you started really appreciating and being more aware of what's around you to be happy for. I believe that book is still available. If you go to Amazon and look up, I think it's just called The Happy Book. It's a diary. The Happy Diary, maybe look up. And it gives you about 3 lines per day. And it's a year. I think it's 2 years, actually. And it's a great gift. When it first came out, I gave it as gifts to a lot of people who, I had one friend who struggled with the loss of her 3.5-year-old, almost 4-year-old, who drowned on Easter Sunday. I gave it to quite a few people who were going through grief and, you know, depression. Milla, Star Wars agent, your days are miserable. That's because you allow them to be miserable. What's the matter with you? It's your attitude. It's absolutely your attitude. How you look at life, at other people. And I know it's really hard, but don't let other people affect you in a negative way. Yeah, snap out of it. Everyone, Star Wars, but his name is Miller. I try to think of things I'm grateful for every morning and every evening. Yeah. Flora, practice gratitude every day. I list 5 things I'm thankful for. Yesterday, corn tortillas, and my hubby's kisses. Oh, made top 2. Absolutely. There's always others worse off. Yes, I do think of that occasionally, but I focus more on my own, you know, I try not to look at other people's lives and say, oh, my life, imagine being, you know, sucks to be you. Imagine having your life. I really, with inner engineering, the focus is on yourself completely. But I get it. Yeah, there are other people, unfortunately, who have worse. But sometimes we feel like what we're going through is the worst, you know? Moonstruck was a great movie. Right, Rosie, don't take even the smallest things for granted. Denise is grateful, such beautiful weather, and enjoy playing with my cats. Oh, they're your babies. Speaking of shit shows, says Black Eagle, I went to Leticia's page. Yeah, Leticia, rinse and repeat. You know, she's something else, I'll tell you. And I know she's hurting. And actually, I'm going to put up a short later on where, and I will tell you this, Leticia is aware, and I can tell you for a fact, she's aware of the conversation Linda had with Mummy Ramblings. And I didn't I say, please don't post this. You might even grow in subscribers, MRB, because people, when Linda said she's not taking her schizo meds, and Leticia responded. Leticia never calls out names, but I know for a fact that she heard that conversation, and she addressed it. And I'll put up, it's just a very short that I'll put up. And she is not schizophrenic, okay? And sorry, but no, you don't do that. Rachel, you're welcome. I'm getting so cold. Let me see, hold on. I'm just gonna check the trunk of my car if I can see behind the body, if I have a jacket or a sweater. Smells like something's rotting in here. Oh my God, I got a winter coat. Huh, look at that. I got my coat. No, there's no body in my car. Oh, that feels so good, nice and warm. Thanks, Flora. I love having you guys here. Isn't it beautiful? Let me see if I can, just get it a little higher. Yeah, there we go. So being Recovery Month, if you go online, I'll have to post something on my community tab. There's a lot you can do for your communities, even if you don't struggle with substance use disorder, or even if you're not in recovery because you don't have an addiction in that way. There's a lot you can do to give back to your communities and make a difference, you know. Friday nights can be hard. How come, Rachel? Why are they hard, particularly Friday nights for you? Friday nights were hard for me because I would work till 12:30, and have to be back at 7 a.m. for a 17-hour shift. No more of that. It was killing me. And these people who put in overtime, 80, 100 hours a week, you think about it, like, yeah, so you want the money, but what kind of a life are you living? Being at work every single day. I'm talking double shifts every single day, 7 days a week. We all want more time, one more day, one more minute. Yeah, one more second. Merb dosed her neighbor and then accused him of forgery. It was on her latest live. What's dozed? Doxed? Doxed her neighbor. Jeez. Yeah, she likes talking about her neighbors and her family members, like, in a really derogatory way. Can you imagine if they're watching her channel? Does she even care? Just imagine it. They might not even be, but, you know, I always say to creators, do your live streams as if your family is watching you, okay? Your mother's watching you, or your father, or your big brother, or Guido, the head of the mafia, all right? He's watching your live stream right now. Stop it, Merb. Stop it. Behave yourself. Love of God, Jesus, Mary, and Joseph, and all the saints in heaven. When she doxed, do you mean she gave out their name? Or she just said their name, her neighbor? And she talked once, she was talking about this, something else I heard once about her neighbor. And I've heard her talk badly toward her, like family members, like not her immediate. Her brother-in-law who has a gambling problem. Like, really? I don't think he'd appreciate that. And hey, if you get famous and the algorithm starts spreading you, you'll never know when you'll show up on one of your family members' feed. Oh, I know her. Oh, she looks just like this lady I know named Carolyn. Let me click it. Oh, it's Carolyn. Oh, hey, everybody, come here. Look, your auntie's on YouTube. Just saying. You want to be big? You want to make it on YouTube? Yeah, unfortunately, you got to take the wrath that comes along with it. So whatever you put out there, it's gonna come back. You're gonna talk smack about your neighbors, about your family. It's gonna come back to you. We don't have to do anything. Just sit back and watch. 3 years ago, she bashed her brother's girlfriend. Oh, Alice, thank you so much. Oh my God, money for gas, thank you. You read my mind. Gas has gone down a little bit though. It's like $3.90 now. If you hit the right gas station. Thank you so much. You know, Merb thinks we're all trying to get her channel shut down and trying to like get her. No, we're not. You do a good job at that. She does a good job at that herself. That's the beautiful thing. You don't have to do anything. Just sit back and watch. And one day we're going to be like, oh, page not found. 404, page not found. Terminated. Natasha's new channel is Fleming. What? She's a new. Did she get shut down again? Hi, Lee. Hi, Voices. Pink, do you have an email for YouTube? For YouTube? No. You have to have 30,000 subs to get a contact number. You can directly call YouTube, but you have to have 30,000 subs. I'm almost there. I just need 27,000 more. It's Natasha's new channel. I don't know. I haven't been on YouTube all day. Oh, thanks, Lee. I was on YouTube a little bit this morning, but that was it. And this is the first time since early morning, mid-morning, that I've been on. It's down, the bow to the queen, Lynn? What the heck? Oh, a personal email? No. You can go to Twitter, YouTube. What's it called, guys? YouTube has a Twitter page, and they actually answer your comments, questions there. But that's about all I know how to contact them. Natasha's channel, Bow to the Queen, is down again. Down? Jeez. MRB. Stop it. Stop. You don't have to like her, but do you really have to keep Team YouTube? Thanks, Kathy. Shut her. That's her livelihood, just like your channel is your livelihood. And you don't think that your channel, after doing all this, is at risk for going down? God doesn't like that. You watched AWP? Oh, they released the video. Yeah, look at Natasha says she wants money. If people are going to give it to her, that's their choice, whether you like it or not. She's not running a scam. She's blatant, as you said, she's blatantly honest. She went to the casino, took her grandmother. Could you please donate to my casino fund? People did. How is that wrong? If you don't like it, don't donate, period. It's a burden on you that you carry if you got this much hate in your heart for another person. And believe me, I don't follow Natasha. I mean, once in a great while, I went in there a couple of times last month. I have no idea what her channel is about. I know she has a crime channel, but I don't have to know what a person's channel is all about. But if they're asking for donations and people are giving it to her, it's not illegal. Yeah, it's none of MRB's business. I don't know why Natasha hasn't brought her to court. I would have been so in court yesterday, last year. You know, this is just, you can't help but feel for Natasha. And she's got kids. How would you like it, MRB, if people did that to you and literally took food out of your baby's mouths, out of your boy's mouth? And boys love to eat. Yeah, Angela, agree. I'm not a fan of the content, but when I have watched her parodies or commentary on some of MRB's videos, I literally laughed out loud. Yeah. And I don't know what her channel, what content, what it is. I don't know. Is it all like, I don't know, but it's okay. If she wants donations to wipe her ass and people donate, that's okay. Hi, Gingerlocks, how are you? Cat, let her wipe her ass with your donations. Right, booty hole. Oh my God, listen to me. Right, booty hole. She's very transparent. You don't agree with everything she's done, but hates what's happening. Yeah, in the same breath. Right, and you know, we don't always agree with other creators do. I'm sure people don't agree with me. You know, when I did Molly Golightly parodies, you know, I got some hate back for it. So what? It's parody. I'm imitating you. I'm showing you who you are. Based on what I've seen on YouTube, she is resilient. Maybe she'll come back bigger and stronger. And she did come back under her own name. Like, wasn't MRB or someone over there accusing her of using her daughter's email? I believe Natasha proved it. Yeah, she showed a strike that MRB sent. And the account is under Natasha's name, so MRB, stop it. You're still standing? I'm still standing. I'm standing right now. I hope the MGL parodies. Hello, it's Molly Golightly, world's famous life coach. Yeah, I am in jail. What do you think I am, in your fucking living room? That's MGL. Pardon my French, that's MGL. Can you donate to my commissary, please? You got a burner phone? You're in jail with a burner phone? It's in the toilet? Really? Really? Here's my inmate number. Call me. Oh, God. People have asked me to do a parody of her. Honest to God, God love her. She's just not entertaining anymore. And I wish she would go back to her world famous life coach. You know, I don't dislike her, but I do hate what she's become. And as a creator. And I know it gets her subs and gets her high views and gets her probably a great income. But is it worth your integrity? You know, I don't know. Laughter is the best medicine. Sure is. And what's with her glasses? Molly Golightly glasses. I don't watch her. I was on Makeup Mobsters. That's right. I was on Makeup Mobsters live stream listening this morning just for a little bit. I always think of Mr. Magoo, and then someone in the chat says, no, Pink. I mean, you got to admit, she looks like SpongeBob SquarePants with those glasses. God love her, though, you know. Remember the days when we were all together, we were all friends, the OGs, and we had good times, and that's what we remember. So here's something. If you're dating a guy or you're married, right? We tend to take pictures of the good times, right? Or even our kids, our babies, you know, when they're smiling and cooing, whatever, all right? But when it comes to our significant other, and if you end up getting a divorce, or you break up with your boyfriend, girlfriend, right? You always want to, while you're with them, take pictures of the bad moments. Even like when your kid's having a full-blown tantrum, take a picture, take a video, okay? That way, when they're older and you would say, you were a difficult baby, they're like, no, I wasn't. Just wait a minute. Let's look at this. Now, when I had my kids, we didn't have the privilege of video recording, unless you had one of those huge video recorders. And at the time, I couldn't afford one. They were outrageously expensive. But when you do break up with someone, you do go through a grief, a loss, and you're laying in bed, sobbing, eating chocolates, ice cream. All the good times, they were so good. Why did he break up with me? Why? Why, God, why? He was my everything. You save those pictures where he was nasty to you, those videos, okay? You save those videos, you save those pictures, even pictures, nasty pictures of him in his whitey tighties, okay? Anything, and you look at those and remember that it wasn't always joy and happiness. And you know what? You can tell them when you're snapping the picture, tell them Pink told you to do it. I'll take the blame. Like Johnny Depp and Amber Heard. She would record, but she would record secretly. Can try to do it secretly as long as it doesn't harm anyone. As long as it's not harmful. Floor, you do that? We also look back and think about the progress we made despite hard times. Oh, I thought you said you took pictures of the lousy times. Oshkosh, beer in the beard. Hello, loved ones. Hey, welcome. Welcome, how are you? Sleep well, Evie. Yes. Beautiful flat earth, isn't it? When you get to the edge, let me know. Will you go live stream? I'm dying to see what's up at the edge. No one's ever done it. So I'm just waiting for like one person to say I hit the end of the earth. Hey Jamie, I captioned it "No Big Loss" in my album. That's awesome. Do you know when I first got my divorce? What was that movie with all the women waiting to exhale? I burnt my wedding dress in a metal garbage can. And it was the most exhilarating, you know? It was like taking off of the bras. Burnt that wedding dress right up. And I remember my friends were like, "Oh, you did that? You did that?" And I'm like, hell yeah, I did. Now everyone does it. Just like I burnt Molly Golightly's spa package. That video's still up. Yeah, I did it. Made me feel better. Made me feel better. She would get really mean. And I burnt it for all the people she referred to as garbage people. So I made my own garbage. And I burnt her spa package, including a $100 gift certificate for a free Light Cove session. People were like, I'll take it. And I'm like, no, let me save you some grief for in the future because she'll talk about you. There's no privacy, no HIPAA with this life coach stuff. No, you don't want to talk to her. Never really watched MGL. You were saved. That's how I met her. Chris Watts didn't bring me to YouTube. Molly Golightly did. I didn't even know about Chris Watts. Who's he? She came up on my feed, and I see this live stream going, and I'm like, what is this? And this woman she's outrageous, and you know, she was doing her life coach, and I'm laughing, and I'm like, is she for real? You know, and I think she was covering Chris Watts, yeah, and she, with the Shanann thing, that parody she did, which was awful. But I'm like, this is the one I'm gonna parody, and that's how I came to YouTube. Started my channel December 4th of 2018. Got 1,000 subscribers in 13 days. Got monetized, I think, in February or March. People were like, Pink, you got commercials. And I'm like, oh, well, that's good. Yeah, so what? You can get monetized. And I don't remember how long I had to wait. I didn't have to wait that long for watch hours. But I didn't get monetized right away. I was like, yeah, well, this is a pain in the ass. You got to fill out these forms, put your bank info in. You got to verify if they put in 2 cents, and then they do it again. But people kept encouraging me, so I'm like, okay, I'll do it. Watched your parodies a long time ago, Pink. They've always been hilarious. Yeah, so if you go on my channel and click most popular, the Molly Golightly videos will come up. And Analyzer, who can forget Analyzer, the cancer scammer, who stated she had a bone marrow stem cell transplant in the ER. Okay, her son was the donor in the ER. Okay, all right there, Analyzer. The sun is almost gone, but there may be another in the morning. Oh, Alice, that's cute. Stay tuned. Well, I hope so. The universe is perfect. So if the sun tilts even a centimeter, we freeze to death. The universe is no more. And that's a fact. Scientific fact. This earth is not perfect because of man and the weather, but up in the universe, all the stars and all the planets align perfectly in order for us to live, to exist. One small move, and it's over for everyone. Kindness, gotta see what? Oh, you know what you're watching next after the stream? In the ER? Yes, Floor. Yep. Yep. She involved her son, who is a minor, and he even, you could hear him on her live stream confirming, yes, my mom has cancer. She made her son lie. She didn't ask for donations, but she pulled at our heartstrings. I donated, and she was like, Pink, it was only $9.99. And I'm like, I don't care if it's 9 cents. You're giving me that money back. And I'm going to donate it to Learn to Cope, the support group for families whose loved ones are affected by substance use disorder. But you are going to give me that money back. A lot of people donated to her. Thanks, Lee. You can honestly thank MRB for getting me to this stream. Thank you, MRB. Thank you so much. She'll be like, you built your channel off of me. No, I built my channel off of myself. Off of who I am. Not you. I would be embarrassed to build my channel off of you. I don't have to watch every single video, live stream. MRB does. I already know what she's about. I already know. So I can go weeks, I can go a couple of months without ever watching her. And I still know what she's about. MRB is a constant mental health public service announcement. Yep. Well, why don't we pull a Linda? MRB, did you take your schizo pills today? That hurts, doesn't it? Well, you did it to Love Notes. Linda did it, and you allowed it. You didn't even say, are you sure about that, Linda? You know, that's kind of a nasty thing to assume. And that word schizo, you know, you may want to choose your words, you know, better. No. Hey, Tsunami. And when it came to Chris Watts, as soon as he pleaded guilty, I was done. I'm like, all right, over. It's over. But yet people continued making money off of those poor girls. Okay, you want to do a live stream, you want to do true crime, fine. Shut your money sign off when it comes to children, okay? Shut it off. Any donation you get, donate it to the exploited and missing children. Do what Gray Hughes does. Do what, how do you sleep at night? Gray Hughes sleeps like a baby. But how do you sleep at night, profiting off the murder, the vicious murder of a mother and her children? Just saying. So it's over. There's no trial, but people have to keep going on and on and on and on. Their thoughts, conspiracies. I think this, I think that. Does it matter? It's not going to bring them back. So when Chris Watts was finally dying down, everyone who took the case and called themselves a true crime creator really thought that they were good at what they did. And what we saw were people who did well and continued to do well and got better. And then we saw people who just were crappy at doing this. The difference is with Chris Watts, everything was available to everyone. The discovery, everything. And if another channel got information on Chris Watts before their channel did, they would grab it. Either by video or screenshots or whatever, because they didn't want to put the money out for getting particular information. So we have leftovers on YouTube of so-called true crime creators who are not. They don't create anything but crap. Reading content. Do you know how many creators out there who just read about a crime? But, you know, they don't stop to really discuss it. And if you're a true crime creator, in my opinion, do not be biased. Do not put your opinion. Oh, I believe she did it because she's a bitch. All right? it's a sheet show. Do you know sheet in the United Kingdom's means shit? So you're basically not stopping yourself from cussing. Anyway, just an observation. So, that's what I like about Gray. You know, he's not biased. And if there's drama that comes in, he'll tell you, get out, get out, get out. He runs a tight ship. Okay, I was a little leery of him. I sat in the back of the class when I first went into his channel a few years ago. I was even terrified to comment, but I commented once and I forget what it was, and he kind of like came down on me a little hard, and I'm like, but you know what? I needed that. I needed someone to say, knock it off. I don't know what I said. It wasn't bad, but I think maybe I was off topic. So I thank him for his channel. Jamie, what can't they believe? Tusami, channels do not like it. They instead want to discover other YouTube's work. Yes. And take credit for it. Yes. And we know Jay for Justice is being sued by a Florida news sister station or something. I don't know. Her 40K are mainly subs who forgot they subbed to her. Yeah, I'm sure I have subs too that only came to me for Molly Golightly parodies. They could have moved on in their life. They could have passed away. Who knows? Your life is constantly changing. Facebook, I don't like Facebook anymore. I don't do Facebook. I got bored with, what was before Facebook? The hell was it? That's how fun that was. The one that came out before Facebook. No, Pain, it's not Space Camp. Jeez, what was it? Whatever. You just move on. Rachel loves Gray Hughes. Maybe he's even listening. Every time Gray comes in here, people are like, is that the real Gray? When he first came in my channel a few years ago, I'm like, that's a troll. That can't be Gray. That's a troll. And I blocked him. Then he came in on his other channel. He goes, no, it's really me. And I'm like, oh my God, my mean teacher is in my channel. He's in my chat. Gray lives 7 miles from you? OMG. Why don't you go meet him? MySpace, thank you. Here I am, Space Camp. I was close. Space Camp. Tracy, Gray Hughes is awesome. You'll learn to love him. And he's helped solve cases, and he donates to genetic funds so cold cases can be solved. He was in my live stream last week and talked about costs $8,000 for a geneticist and another scientist to extract or whatever they do with DNA to find a family member. It's all familiar DNA, and they actually solved a case, and I think they've solved more than one. Yeah, they did. I just forgot what Gray said. Never submitted to Facebook because I knew I'd be. Where did it go? Where did it go? God, I lost your comment. The biggest big bros ever. Hello, Cat Eddie Munson. Can't stand Facebook. Gray interviewed MGL and she left. I remember that. I saw that one. Yep. Molly's all just out for Molly. But there was a time when we all first came to YouTube that we were supporting other channels, collaborating and it wasn't an issue of, oh, you're stealing my sub, blah, blah, blah. No, it wasn't like that. We were all growing together, and then the shit hit the fan. Somebody decided to get a hair across their ass and start this whole shit show. And to this day, I know who it is. I'm not going to say it. I know exactly when the tables turned on YouTube in the OG community. I know exactly when it was, the date, and who did it. Was MRB always like this? Well, interesting you should say that. If you go to Rabid Dog's YouTube page, okay, go to his community tabs, scroll down, and you'll see there's a picture. I don't know if it's a door or something, but it's a website that somebody created. It's excellent, and it does talk about MRB in the old days. And you'll be like, and I've always said, go back to a creator's first few videos when they first came on, and you'll see how some creators have really changed. You know, they come on sweet, they look well, they look healthy, you know, and, you know, my mission is to help others and blah, 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 you know, and then fast forward 6 months, give it 6 months or at least a year, and they don't look healthy anymore. They look exhausted. They're yelling at you. They're, you know, and it's not that they've changed. You're just seeing the person for whom they really are. Because I used to think, oh, it has to be YouTube. It makes people crazy. No, you are actually seeing the true person, the mask falling off, so to say. Yes, Alice, it is a great read. Whoever created that website did a phenomenal, like that's like, you would think a professional writer put that website together. I didn't follow her through the Watts case. That I didn't do with MRB. Any channels that were collecting super chats, donations, and weren't donating to them to a fund on behalf of Bella, Cece, Nico, and Shanann, it really upset me. It was, to me, it was exploitation, and I don't know who I really followed, if anybody, during that case. Like I said, I didn't even know who Chris Watts was when I came to YouTube in December of that year. What is the website called? I don't recall. If someone wants to go over there and drop the link, it's on Rabid Dog's community post from what, about 2 weeks ago? But I don't remember the name of it. I think it was about 2. Yeah, Kat, the website is fascinating. Mirror reflecting back. Oh, okay, is that the picture, J-May? That Denise, she wasn't like this 3 years ago. No, she wasn't. But I think I've stayed the same. I'd like to think I have. If anything, I think I'd like to think I improved. I'm more comfortable. You know, I was never, well, I shouldn't say I'm not good at public speaking, but I'm more comfortable at this. But a lot of people, look at Life Perplex QT. We were really good friends long before YouTube. And if you go back to some of my videos on Makeup Mobsters, there's the 3 of us, you know, in Hangouts, live streams. And she was so quiet, she smiled, she was, you know, and now it's like, you know, like, you know, talking about me again, talking about me, I'm not drama, talking about me again, That's Laura. No, not as bad, but was on her way. Sounds of the city in my ear. I'm in the woods. Yeah, well, there are crickets here too, you know. Yeah, you hear the sirens. It's Friday night. Welcome to the city-fied life. Lavender Hill. is under construction. Let me show it to you over there. You see the purple road? I went down there the other night and I couldn't get too far because they're putting in another building. So it's a purple road. I call it Lavender Road, but it's not Lavender Road. So if you're out there trying to look up my location, oh, Pink said Lavender Road, let me look her up. Forget it. It's not the name of it. I call it Lavender Road. And we've taken a ride down, right? It's a long, windy road, lit up all purple, and you can see perfectly. And you ought, sorry about that. You automatically feel calm and relaxed, and I think it's a good solution for road rage. That's why I think, highways, freeways, whatever you want to call them, should have lavender lights. Because Boston, Massachusetts was voted one of the top 5 states in the whole country of rude people based on road rage and hitting pedestrians. Not hitting them, sorry, being rude to pedestrians. And in defense of Boston, it's only because people jaywalk. So as far as the road rage, I don't think it's road rage. Flipping the bird off of someone driving is so mainstreamed here that it's almost like a term of endearment. It's like, hello, how you doing? It doesn't even affect us anymore. So we have to come up with new things to really piss off. I tapped my brakes behind, someone was behind me who just thought she could go flying down the freeway at 100 miles an hour, and she was on my ass where I could not see her headlights. I just tapped a little bit. I'm very coordinated. And the passenger, like her mother or something, grabbed her chest and was like, oh my God. And I'm like, gotcha. Get off my bumper. Get off my bumper. I pulled over to the middle lane and she kept, you know, and it's, you know, good. Get in an accident, kill your whole family. That's why we always took the bus out of Boston. Oh, the MBTA is a mess. The Orange Line is closed down for a month. All the trains are breaking down at once. All the lines, the Green Line, the Orange Line, the Purple Line. We don't call them numbers, but each train has a color. So they're running shuttles now. And my son's taking them. They're very lovely. They're coach buses, but it's a mess because they never fix the trains. They're over 40 years old. And one train was riding on the track and the side paneling fell off, hit the third rail, caught on fire. That was on national news. There's people trying to get out of the train because there's a fire now surrounding them. It was awful. No one was hurt, thank God. One lady panicked. They were on a bridge. The bridge was about 40 feet up. One lady panicked. And they have it on the video on the news. She jumps off the bridge and people are like, don't do it, don't do it. Because you could simply walk off the bus and walk over the bridge away from the fire and you would be okay. But she panicked. She jumped in the bridge. She was fine too. She can swim. They rescued her right away. Why do people stop on the railroad tracks? That's insane. This train had to stop because the side of the train, the metal frame, fell off, hit the third rail, and caught on fire. Because of the third rail, they had to stop and they immediately shut down the electricity. They had to. She's 6 of the facts in Discovery, Rosie Angela. Hopefully I'll see you in the road light. Peace, love. How you doing, peace, love, and light? You only drive into Boston for doctors. I hated driving the city. I love the city. If you're ever in the city, especially in Boston, you get lost, don't ever brake. Just keep going. Take your next right or left. If you're lost, you'll still get to your destination. I guarantee it. Don't ever put your brakes on. Be like, or slow down. Oh, like, is that? Never. Never. Cat, we stop for real. Well, we do too, but sometimes they do. If they're jaywalking, they do get hit. If you're in the city and people double park, you know, because they want to just run in to grab something from the cafe, you know, the coffee shop, and there's always a meter maid around the corner. Don't ever do it. You could be gone 30 seconds for your pickup, and she'll get you or he'll get you. It's amazing. Oh, Faneuil Hall. Malden. Malden's nice. I was up there not too long ago. You respect pedestrians. I do too, but if you don't see them and they never look, it's like they literally think, even jaywalking, they have the right of way. They're looking at their cell phones, they just think they're gonna stop. But you can't always assume you can be seen, and we don't purposely hit them. I mean, we do say, 50 points. Oh, that's a 25-pointer. That's the bonus. That's the 100-pointer right there. We joke about it. But no, we don't intentionally. Who would want to go through that, you know? People don't look both ways anymore. No, they think that, a lethal weapon, a car, a ton of metal, won't hurt them. Nah, I got this, and they just cross and expect, they feel entitled because pedestrians do have the right of way. But they feel entitled, like, I have the right of way so much that I don't even have to look at you because you know that you have to stop for me. And they get struck and they're killed. So, human stupidity. As Einstein said, there are two things in this universe there are two things in this world that are infinite. The universe and human stupidity. And I'm not sure about the universe. All right, everyone, I've got to go. Thanks, everyone, for coming. See you around the tubes. And, yeah. And Black Eagle knows my goodbyes are long. I'll have to work at that. I just don't want to cut everyone. Goodbye now. Thank you, everyone, for coming. Oh, Florida Gray, your sister-in-law was hit walking. Was she okay? You're welcome, Alice. Thank you, everyone, for sharing this beautiful sunset with me and listening to me read 2 of the daily reads from the Book of Al-Anon. Thanks, Flora. She was all over the news up there. You never know. You just never know. Accidents do happen. And it's not by God. Don't ever say, oh, God, why did you do this? Man does this, not God. God's a loving God. Man does not make people do evil or have accidents or anything, that is man. Thanks, Rosie. Yeah, hit that like button. It's supposed to do something. I don't know what it does, but hit it. All right. Thanks, everybody. See you soon.